Hi Stampers, it's me, Andrea Radzik from Jomina.creations, and today I'm going to be sharing a free tutorial on how to make this super cute Easter box card. So this card is 3D, but it lays down flat so that it can go into an envelope. So you don't have to worry about shipping it through the mail. It does lay flat. So this is what it looks like. And I'm going to be showing you how to make it. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of cardstock, Crumb Cake, that measures 8.5 by 5.5. And then you're going to score it at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. Then you're going to turn it and you're going to score it at 2 3/4 inches. This is going to be our card base. So once you're done scoring, you're going to take your hardwood stamp out. So I've got mine here. And you're going to ink it up using Crumb Cake ink, which I've misplaced. There it is. Okay, sorry about that. So you're going to ink it up. Now with background stamps, I take the ink to my stamp rather than trying to take the stamp to my ink. It's much easier if you just flip over your stamp like this and ink it up. So what you're going to do is you're going to ink it up and then you're going to lay your card down on it just like that, and then without moving it, I take my brayer so that I know I'm getting a solid image. So you're just going to go from the bottom right to the top, and then make sure you do the edge as well. Okay, and then you're going to flip it over and you'll have your hardwood image. Now you're going to do this again on this piece here and flip it over and do it on those two images there as well. So in the end, you should have something that looks like this. Now, if you get a spot like this where your ink's kind of missed part of it, don't worry about it. We're gonna hide it, so don't worry about that. So now what we're going to do, while you have your hardwood stamp set out, what I did on the back of my card was I put this piece of cardstock. Not only is it gonna help support your bunny butt, but it's also where you're going to be able to write whatever you want to say, you know, Happy Easter. So while you're doing that, while you have your hardwood, just stamp the corner of your Very Vanilla. This piece measures 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. So that's the back piece. So now that you've done that, we're going to move back to this piece here. So what you're going to do now is, using your snips, you're going to cut down your fold lines to the halfway point where you've done that 2 3/4 inch. So when you come to this piece down here, you're gonna snip it right out, and then you're gonna make some diagonal cuts, just because this is the part where you're going to glue. This is what's gonna hold your card together like that. So now you're gonna pick which side is kind of like the worst side. So this is, and we're actually gonna put this on the outside of the card, because when you're actually looking at the card, yes, it's gonna lay flat in the envelope, so you're gonna see the outside, but your main focus is the inside. You're gonna see most of the inside. So I'm gonna put that on the outside, the bad part. And I'm just taking my fast fuse, doing a little strip of glue, and gluing it together, just like that. So now, I'm just gonna get rid of that glue spot. You should have your card. So then you can fold down your edges. Now don't fold your edges down on one of them. This is your background, so don't forget about that. So now I'm gonna glue on this background piece. You can use Tombow for this. I'm just doing this for quickness. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now you have your box completed. How fast was that? So now what you're gonna do is you need a piece that measures 2 1/2 by 2 inches, and then on each side you're going to have a 1/4 inch little fold. So you're going to put a little bit of glue on that. Oh, my fast fuse is acting up.
just like that.
And you're going to put this on the inside of your box. It's what creates your, it's where you put your second piece of grass. So when you're putting it in, just going to put that like that for a second. There we go. So you want it to be square, and then all I do is I kind of just fold in my edges and put it in. And then I don't actually go in and put my fingers in there and stick it. What I do instead, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, today it's not wanting to do it, is I just want to, I kind of like crush it in there rather than trying to get my fingers in there and push it down. I just find it a lot easier. Okay, so now you have that inside piece. Now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bunny bum, which is like hopping through the fence. So the first thing you're going to need is a 2.5 inch black circle. I've already punched this one out, but it is the 2.5 circle. And then in Very Vanilla, you're going to need a 2-inch circle. You're going to need 2 large ovals in Very Vanilla as well. And then you're going to need 1 7/8 scallop, 2 1/2-inch circles, and these are all in Blushing Bride. And then you're going to need 6 of the 1/4 inch circles. These are just punched out with the handheld punch. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to make his little feet. So the first thing you're going to do is, what I did was I put 3 little dots of Tombow, and that's where the little toes are going to go. Make sure you don't do it too far down into the oval, or else your foot's going to look a little weird because they can't all, the little toes can't all fit down there. So I did it a little bit more up. So it'll look like that. And then you're going to put another dotted circle for your 1.5 inch Blushing Bride circle. Not 1.5, 1/2 inch, sorry. Okay, so that's your little foot. So it should look something like that. And I've already done the other one. So you're going to do 2 of them, just like that. So now what we're going to do is, using dimensionals, you're going to put a dimensional on the little tail. And then a dimensional on each foot. And then you're going to glue those on so that you have something that looks like that. Super cute, right? Then you're going to dimensional it onto your black circle. And I put it more towards the top of the circle, just like that. Now we're going to attach it to our box. So what I did was I just put a little bit of Tombow on the back of my circle and put it up towards the very top of the card. If you get a little Tombow on the sides, don't worry about it. That's what adhesive removers are made for. Okay, super cute, right? Now what we're gonna do is, I have 2 pieces of Pear Pizzazz paper. They measure 2 inches across by 1.5 inches. And all I'm going to do is, using my Fringe Scissors, I'm gonna cut my grass. So the first one, I don't want to go down as far. So this one's going to be the one at the front. And then this one is going to be the one that goes on at the back. Okay, just like that. So, and then again, taking your fast fuse, which of course doesn't want to work for me today, and put some strips of fast fuse. Then all I'm doing is the one that's a little bit taller I'm going to put at the back. Just like that. And then the other one I'm putting at the front, and this one you're going to put in so it's a little bit shorter. So you got nice layers like that. Okay, now we're going to create the little sign which says Happy Easter and your little egg and some flowers just to decorate it a little bit. So what we're going to do now is I have a piece of crumb cake scrap here, and I'm going to take some soft suede ink, and I have the Happy Easter, which is from the And Many More stamp set, one of my favorites. It's got tons and tons of different sentiments in it. It's one of my favorites, one of my go-tos. So I'm going to stamp my Happy Easter in soft suede and stamp it. And then I'm just punching it out with my word window punch. Now when you're punching it, you want to punch more towards one side. I know usually you want to center your sentiment, but I want it more towards the left. Okay. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop off a little bit to make an arrow. Just like that. Now I already have another one punched out here, so I'm just gluing that sign together. And I put it on a little bit of a slant because I figured it would be on a trail, and on trails nothing's perfect. And then my card right here, I'm just putting a little bit of glue at the very bottom, and I'm going to stick it in the grass. So it should look like that. Next, what I'm going to do is, this is just some So Saffron scrap and some crushed curry ink, and I'm going to stamp 3 flowers. Like that. And that flower stamp is from the Something to Say stamp set. It's got the little flower, the little heart, and the little star, plus a whole bunch of other really nice sentiments. And then using the little flower punch, I'm going to punch them out. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm just going to put those aside for a second. Then what I'm going to do is, I have a Blushing Bride scrap here and a Blushing Bride marker. Sorry, I can't talk today. And you're going to take your little balloon punch that's from the Occasions catalog, and you're going to punch one out. This is what my Easter egg is. So all you're going to do is, with your snips, you're going to trim off the little, I don't know, the part where the balloon closes. I don't know what that's called. And we're just making it an Easter egg. Now, to give my Easter egg a little bit of whimsy, all I did with my Blushing Bride marker is I did some chevron marks. Nothing fancy. Just like that. If you want to be perfect, you can measure them and do whatever you want. It's totally up to you, but you can see mine doesn't really have any specific pattern to it. You could do polka dots, you can do whatever you want. So then all I did was, using my Tombow, I glued two of my flowers together, and then I glued my Easter egg like that. Okay, then I'm just gluing them right into my box. So this one goes like that. And the other one goes like that, just to break up some of the patterns. And then there you go. That's the whole card. Done, finished, finito. I hope you enjoyed this free tutorial. Make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure to check out, every week there'll be a new project posted on my blog, so make sure to check it out. jomina.creations and crafts.blogspot.com. Thanks so much for joining me. See you soon. Bye.